Hey everybody, welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, strategies, everything you need so that you can take the hassle out of your hustle and build a profitable business that's fun to run. And today is Tuesday, so we have the digital diva in the house, Terry Johnson, online from New York City. People, she's going to give us some strategies and some tips for our social media and digital marketing. Thank you for watching live and on the replay. And without further ado, here's TJ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Marketing Talk, where we talk about all things marketing, marketing strategy, which is basically how you can navigate this ever changing world of trying to grow your business online because it is always shifting. And that's today's topic is the clear shift. So we have to talk about those things that affect how you grow your business online. That's basically what this is. And the thing is, and I tell you all the time, that it doesn't stay the same. It doesn't stay the same because the world doesn't stay the same. Everything must change. There's a song called, I was listening this morning, Everything Must Change. That's just how it is. So we can whine about it, which the people on Instagram are still whining. Let them whine, whine, whine. We are going to learn what we need to learn, keep a track of the trends, and try to hold on to this wild ride that we're on. And I've talked about this before, which is the creator economy. And I was trying to remember what I said it was before. It's in the billions. The growth of it is in the billions, and we're just getting started. Creator economy is just getting started. Now, how I know that this is a thing is because I predicted this, and this is not I'm not tooting my horn. I'm just saying I predicted this in one of Ross Brand's. He does a 100 live stream prediction book every year. I think this is the fourth year. I was trying to pull it up to remember exactly what I said, but I said something about the creator economy being the thing. Like, this is the thing. Instead of you crying about or trying to be an influencer where you're getting money from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, because YouTube pays the most out of your videos, but they get the lion's share. TikTok keeps the lion's share. They had this program, I'm not sure if it's still around, but I have to check because these social media programs are always changing the program where you make videos and they pay you. I think TikTok was paying a penny per view. Last time I checked. So people are out there breaking their necks trying to get this penny per view or whatever YouTube pays. I know it's you're not getting the lion's share of the YouTube. You're getting a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, because we talked about Shannon Sharp and his platform on YouTube, his channel, and he said that he got a check for YouTube 3 million and up. That was his cut on that one video, that Cat Williams video, which was like 80 million views or something. And so if his cut was 3-4 million, what do you think YouTube got out of it? That's what I want you to think about. What did YouTube get out of it? If he got 3 million of the pie, 3 million, he got a sliver, he got a taste of the pie. YouTube, off of that one video, how many millions of videos are uploaded and shared and looked at every day on YouTube? I would love to know that number. But we can guess by the number of we could probably guess by the number of daily active users. That's the number I would use if YouTube, and I have to look it up to see how many daily active users, not sign-ups on YouTube's, because people will sign up, make a channel, and abandon it. That's not bringing in money. The people that bring in money is the daily active users. And the same thing with Facebook. Facebook has almost 3 billion users, but those are just sign-ups. People could sign up and leave. They look at the daily active users. That means they're on every day at some point in time, whatever the length of time they know. Meta knows. So that's where the money comes in. Why? Because the ads in front of people.
So did you ask how many videos
Daily
are
active
uploaded?
users. Well, how many videos are uploaded every day on YouTube?
3.7 million.
3.7 million videos
every day.
every day. Now they're not going to do Shannon Sharp numbers. I think Shannon Sharp's that one video, Cat Williams interview that exploded, because he's had other videos before the Cat Williams video that got millions. I think the highest one he had before the Cat Williams interview was the Steve Harvey interview, which was like 10 million. But this one is like 70, 80 million and growing, because every time somebody talks about it,
they go and
yes,
look.
they go, yes. So that's why I tell you, YouTube is a place to be. So people are out trying to get, and when I say people, I don't mean business people, I mean influencers, part of the creator economy, because they have discovered that if I make a video and people like it and the messaging is connecting with an audience, I get paid. So TikTok said, hey, come on over here, we'll give you a penny a view. And you're like, hey, so I got to get a video that's 75 million views. And then we talked about Snapchat. Snapchat a few years ago had their creator program where people made videos and they were giving out 1 million a day. How long did that last?
I don't even think we got past a week.
They were like, we're giving out 1 million. This is not cost effective for us. Snapchat is a company called Snap. They have shareholders. They have to answer to the earnings call, Wall Street quarterly earnings. That's why we pay attention to those things. So Snapchat said, hey, we pulling back that 1 million, and I think they changed it to like you get the chance to win 100,000, and then they completely got rid of it. Because we've talked about this on the Friday Tech Show so many times that I even forget like who said what. I believe right now Threads is the latest one that are trying to pay creators to make content. And guess what? That bait looks attractive to the fish in the water. Hey, you mean I can make videos, something that I'm already doing for fun, and make money off of it? Where do I sign up? So everybody's stampeding and running over there, when I was like, with the tools available, with the platform like StreamYard that's available, with the platform like Anchor, Spotify, you name it, WordPress, you name it, Medium, Substack, Squarespace, you name it, Gumroad, you name it, the opportunity is there to make money. Now, here's the hard part. That's the easy part. Here's the hard part of it. Like I always say, it's work. Some people think social media is an ATM machine. You stick a card in and the money just spins right out. It does for some, but those are the people that have a system in place, tested, tried, true. Call it a funnel, call it whatever you like. I call it link in bio. It's as simple as that. But they have set up everything correctly. And to them, they do get the fish. They put the right bait in, they got the right fish. The person, they do have a system of business, whatever you want to call it, that the customer puts the card in and it spits out. I've seen it. There's people out here making $100,000 a day or more. So people are seeing that outside, I call it hating outside the club. You're standing outside the club, you're in the line, you see all the people like, well, how do I get in? It's easy, but it's hard. Here's the deal. People don't want to do the hard work. Now, my grandparents were farmers. They owned land, lots of land, and farming, everything. And my family still owns that land, but there are, we farming out, parcel it out or whatever have you. I'm not involved in that. But my grandparents were farmers, both sets. So what did they do? They had the land and, oh, we're going to farm. Well, was it instantly farmable? Was it ready for seeds? No, they had to get out there and do the back-breaking work of a mule, a plow, of this or that, because it wasn't John Moore? What's the green John Deere? The green tractors? No,
John Deere.
John Deere. They had to get out there with an animal and in the hot sun, breaking back, turning the land over. But guess what? They didn't have to turn the land over every day.
No.
Every week, every month, maybe once a year. I'm not sure how it works. If you want, there's a whole thing that goes into agriculture where you want new earth, this and that. But my point is, the land was there. It was just land, just dirt sitting there, but it's farmable. How do you make it farmable? To where you plant the seeds, harvest, grow, nurture, and then at the end is a crop that you sell that turns into money. How do you do that? You have to turn the land over first. Rocks and dirt and hard, crusty earth. And was it easy? No, but it was doable. And that's my point. It's doable. Now, there's the other side that says social media is bad. And yes, it is. It is. And I've explained that to you also. It's a screwdriver. In the wrong hands, it's a weapon. In the right hands, it helps humanity. Habitat for Humanity. I always use that for an example. So, do we get mad at the screwdriver? No, but that's what's happening now. But that I'm digressing because that part of it. Sorry, guys. I understand that there are mental issues with children, and there are other things with people. But I am a believer that the government will fix that. Well, not fix, but they will help. And that's all you can do is help. And we talked about this on Friday. I said there's a lot of parent control, parent issues that they got to play their part, and they're not doing it. But they want the government to, put a law for this and put a law. We can't do that. You have to
I
have
think
personal responsibility as a society.
I think the personal responsibility is big. I understand that um, the companies should have some things in place,
Mm-hmm.
which they do for because the kids now, if they put it in there that the kids are not supposed to be under 13 using it, but somebody lies, that's kind of like somebody using stuff when okay, underage drinking.
Yes.
It's
What
not
happened
supposed
with
to.
that? Let's talk about that because some people may not know what happened. There's a group called MAD, Mothers Against Driving.
Mhm.
They didn't exist years ago because one woman started it because her child was killed by a drunk driver
Right.
and nothing was done. So what did she do? Grassroots talked about it, connected with other moms who lost children, unfortunately, to drunk driving or family members or what have you. But it was MAD. MAD organized from one lady to this big thing to where Stevie Wonder made a song about it and they got a law passed. But who did the hard work? She did and they did.
Yep.
That's how it works. It didn't Laws don't just fall out of the sky. They have to be started by one or two people. Things have to get momentum. You have to get people involved. You have to explain what it is. That's hard work. But it's doable. Another thing, seatbelt laws. There was a time when you could get in a car and not put on a seatbelt. Does anybody remember that?
How about the time when there were no seatbelts in the
That
car?
too. That no airbags. That
No
too.
airbags, no seatbelts, and no, what are the things now that keep you on the road? Like when you veer off, it goes.
Yes. Yes. The
Most cars,
technology. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
some cars don't have that.
Right. And the backing up when you back up or parallel park or back into a space, or even the ones they have now where they show you if because the cars are so high, the higher level chassis that they can't see if a
Is
child is
walking.
running in front or back. But there's cars that will tell you a child or something.
There because there are now cameras
Mm-hmm.
in the cars that can show
Technology.
you or
Right.
and show you around the car so that you can see.
Right. But what happened? There had to be the hard work of getting attention to the problem.
Right.
One person saying, hey, this happened to me. It shouldn't happen to anybody else.
And you would think that the auto manufacturers would have put those safety things in automatically.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. That's an argument, but here I got the answer for that. It's a company. They're in the business of making money.
Mhm.
They also don't do things until you, the consumer, demand it. You have to demand it. They're not going to just,
Right.
oh, they should. Yes, they should. But you're
But
talking ethics versus a company who has checks and balances, a bottom line, answer to the shareholders. Yes, they should. But again, they're not perfect. There may be things that they don't see until the customer, the consumer, which is you, buy the product or the service and say, hey, you should do this, you should do that. And then they go, we didn't think about that in R&D, research and development, when we were developing the product. Now, here's another thing. Some companies will do that. Apple was one that does that. They will R&D a thing to death because they learned that from Steve Jobs. That's how he set up the company.
yep.
Because he got so much pushback about the font. Why does the font? He was looking for the perfect font. Oh, that's not a thing. Who cares? But the detail in his, they test everything. The circumference of the this and the curve of the that and the what the metal and the this, and when it comes, they look at all of that because Steve Jobs knew that people would want something as perfect as possible, and he was like, I'm going to give it to them.
Even
So
when they didn't know what they wanted, he
mhm,
knew the feel, the
mhm,
edges and how it's
mhm.
gonna feel in the hand, and
They even put the details down to how it's boxed, how they put it in the box, and the things that, and they have the cover and the flap, and the thing fits in the box, and the thing, they have R&D for that. Most people are gonna just throw it in a box. Who cares? But people who buy Apple products care. They didn't know they cared, but he knew they cared. So that's what I mean about, you have to be forward thinking as a company. Most companies aren't. They're in the business of revenue, sales. Where's my money? They gonna buy it. I don't care. So you have to say, well, this did this, or this did that, or this. You have to point it out to them, unfortunately. But that's why we also have agencies in the government that also will do recalls and look at things and everything. But they can't. Something's gonna fall through the cracks, so they're not gonna be able to do it. But what we're talking about is that there's the hard work of the creator economy, just like there was the hard work of the factory produced cars that Ford did.
mhm,
Nobody was doing factory cars before him. They called them crate, they called them all kind of names. But he figured out the hard work of manufacturing cars in a way that it was, it was just a factory to put this, do that. Now the robots do it
right.
more efficiently, less
Yeah.
cost.
The assembly line, since
Yes,
you
the
are
assembly
putting
line.
since you are putting the same
Hmm.
since all of the cars are gonna have to have this same bolt go on the
Yes,
wheels, he was
yes.
like, "Well, just have line them up and just put the same bolt on each wheel."
Yes, the assembly line. Same thing with Amazon. Amazon is not. Amazon started out as a bookseller, but Jeff Bezos quickly realized this was a distribution platform. Then I could reach everybody in the world, and I could sell anything. It started out as just books,
Books, yep,
and he built the delivery system, the content system of, oh, you can put anything in there and ship it. People will buy. It wasn't a thing until then. People were afraid to put their credit cards in on a website. Anybody
yep,
remember that?
yep. Ooh, I don't want that. I don't want them knowing my
I
stuff.
don't know. Now, do we even think twice about, it's even stored? Your Amazon account is stored with all your credit card. All you got to do is click. You don't even have to click. If you have a device, just say, buy this or put it in my cart, and it comes to you. So that's what I mean about, you do the hard work, and at the end, it's the easy part. So now we're back into the creator economy. I did find um the prediction I was talking about, and this was the last book by Ross Brand, Brand. It's called 100 Live Streaming and Digital Media Predictions. This is I think volume 3. I think there's 4 books. I'm not sure which one, but he it started out as his website, and he would just ask people, "Oh, so, I'm doing a roundup at the end of the year. What's your prediction for the next year on live streaming, live video and stuff?" So then he gathered it up, and then he would, he would make it and it's probably still there on his website. It's just a page, and he asked this person, and he said whatever. So here's mine. So mine was like 2023 would be the year of audience connected content in digital media. Content creators will discover that they have more control over the distribution of their own content. They will gather their audiences on a platform that they own and can monetize as they see fit. They won't have to worry about algorithms suppressing their content. The goal of building an audience that you own and monetize with greater control will grow online. No more content just for content's sake. Small businesses will be able to understand the link between targeted content and growth. Using AI-powered tools will make it easier for small business owners to connect with their audience and grow. Creators will finally discover the power lies in their hands. And we're on the way to that. So I think this was 2022. I wrote this as I said 2023, and I'm not sure what I predict this year. So I have to go because I'll predict and I'll just move on. Just like we do these shows. I'm like, I say stuff, and I'm like, did I say that? My friend will say, yeah, you said that. You said that back with it. I was like, wow, I got to go back and see. But the reason why that I'm really excited about this creator economy and talk about it a lot is because, and I don't know why I didn't not predict, why we didn't talk about this on a Friday show. Let me bring it up real quick. Is that the government is having a White House creator economy conference next month in August. I'm like, how did this slip by me? Yeah, I'm shocked. So let me bring up
like,
this.
Who's on the team? Who's heading that program up?
So let me bring this because I was shocked. I said, what? When I found this, I went, what? August 14th, 2024, the White House Creator Economy Conference. Did you know? Did anybody know?
No, and you can apply to attend?
Well, it's over. They're not taking it now, but I forgot when this came out because they said at the bottom they're not accepting any more applications. But let's read it. About the Creator Economy Conference. The White House Creator Economy Conference, and they got, an acronym, is the first, because the government loves acronyms, by the way, is the first ever event hosted by the White House Office of Digital Strategy. Another thing I didn't know they had, that will convene a group of digital creators and industry professionals to discuss the most pressing issues within the creator economy today, including privacy, fair pay, AI, mental health, and more. The conference will foster conversation amongst leaders in the space and provide attendees with the opportunity to make their voices heard by administration officials. It will also allow members of the administration to learn from these creators and industry professionals and gain insight on how various issues are impacting their lives to inform policy decisions. And then they had to apply, but they had whatever the cutoff date was, they had a way you could apply, but then there's also the sign up. And this is the White House. I mean, this is stuff that we pay for as taxpayers. This is not the administration. This is the White House. So I didn't know that they were doing this. And I found out, like, oh, okay. And then that they have a White House Office of Digital Strategy. I was like, really?
Like, who is heading that up?
I want to know more. So I will look more at this because I just saw this and got excited. I didn't even read. I just read the statement with you guys. I got really excited. I was like, what?
What is it called, that position? White House?
It's called Office of Digital Strategy.
I'm looking this up.
Google.
I'm like, wait.
Go ahead and Google it because I was like,
I have it. Well, that's Wikipedia. I'm like,
you want to bring it up? I'll take mine down. Let me.
No, I'm just looking at it because it's the Office of Digital Strategy. ODS manages the president's and the White House's online communications across social media, digital influencers and creators, and creative production. ODS manages the White House video team and the creative design shop, as well as whitehouse.gov.
Okay. So when I just Googled it and I got something called digital government strategy. This is the State Department, and It was launched. This strategy was launched on May 23rd, 2012. Who was president then? Who was
Is
the
that
guy?
President Obama?
Uh, uh, who's the guy that had he had a digital czar, he had a tech guy and a this. Who was that did all of that in 2012? And but it got dismantled by the next guy, but they're putting it back because we did talk about Kamala Harris being the chair or the head of. They had a big conference with all the AI companies. We talked about that earlier this year. So they do have initiatives where they're trying to, get a handle on it. But I did not know about this creator economy conference. I did not know. So
Right.
I have to
And
see more about it because the date on this is August. It said, well, I'm not sure. Is it August 14th? I'm not sure what the date is, but I will be keeping an eye on it. But look what your government is doing. Oh, they're not doing anything. They're doing stuff. You're not paying attention. And then it's also important who you vote in, the administration that you put in. Because this was Obama's thing. He was known as the BlackBerry president.
okay. Okay, you can go in there. Oh, they're not accepting any, but you can
Right,
go in and put your email and stuff in and they'll keep you updated
right.
with some stuff. I'm like, say what?
Yeah, so I was really shocked.
Well, because
Kind of shocked.
apparently it wasn't completely dismantled.
No, it wasn't completely dismantled, but it was. I guess they put it on the shelf, or they, who knows, whatever. But it's there. It was started back in that administration, and this new administration will definitely pick up the baton and do things because I always tell you, technology is the way forward for society. AI is the way forward for society. Again, AI is a tool in somebody's hands. It's good and sometimes it's bad, and then it's going to be a thing to where we're not even going to notice it. You can see that with Meta and their AI search, and
Oh
uh
yeah.
OpenAI
Look,
is doing their search. So when you go to Facebook and you go on your phone and you go to the search, that's Meta AI. That's AI. They've been using it forever. It's just now it's integrated, and you're like, oh, we're not even gonna notice it.
right.
It's just gonna be
And
there.
that right there
Mm-hmm.
is interesting because um on my glasses,
Mm-hmm.
that search is built in where I
Mm-hmm.
can do that and it'll go out and it kind what I mentioned yesterday, I think it was. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
Google search, but deeper. That's what
Yeah.
AI is. It's a Google search, but it goes deeper and gets more stuff than just the cursory.
Right. Cause see what okay, before AI's been around a while. Before we were aware of it, Google search was okay, it would match your keywords, your query, and then it would return the top 20 whatever, and you would have to decide which one fits. AI takes that decision out of your hands and says, oh, you want this, and then it shows you to you, but you still have to go, wait a minute, that's not completely correct. And it will tell you, each AI thing will tell you, this is, you need to double check for accuracy. You the
Yes.
human, double check, and that's your key, to
But
double check.
AI has been around since Google and Yahoo. What
Yes.
we've been thinking that has all been AI, and all it
Yes.
is the
It's how
the
they
the
determine, before everybody knew the word algorithm and using it like they use it today. They didn't know what it was. That's how Facebook was deciding what you saw in your feed. They used AI. They just didn't tell us. They didn't
and
tell us.
yeah.
They
So
didn't have
once
to.
somebody said, oh, they opened up the secret vault and said that's
When
AI, and
when you
everybody
buy
started
hot
panicking.
dogs, yeah, when you buy hot dogs and sausage, do you really want to know what's in there? Because you can find out, and once you find out, you're not gonna want a hot dog. Trust,
Mm.
you're not gonna want it. So,
You ain't gonna
this,
want
but
them
see,
chicken nuggets. Okay.
right, but see, this is the thing. Like Facebook, they know what you want, They don't have to explain it. But some people need, oh, what are you doing? What's going on in that side? And then when you find out, you get angry. And I'm like, well, you should have stayed in the dark with that.
Right.
See? All right. So the creator economy, we've been talking about it, and then I found some more numbers I want to throw up real quick, and then I got some more. Let me share my screen. So this creator economy market size from 2024 to 2030. And is this large enough to see? No, it's not. Let me zoom it in so we can get a good look. All right. This is explodingtopics.com. I haven't vetted this website, but I'm like, I see the numbers and they got citations, so we can pretty much look at it. So basically, they're saying the creator economy market size highlights. The global creator economy is valued over 155 billion by 2030. 2030, that's around the corner, guys. 2030 is not some Jetsons. Remember the cartoon, the Jetsons, and that seemed like millions of. No, 2030 is around the corner. The creator economy expected to surpass 525 billion, 155 to 525. On average, merchandise companies make over 500 million annual revenue. Shopify is a top company by revenue, 5.2 billion, because most people, it's real easy to get started. You use Shopify. A lot of people use Gumroad, but we're not going to get into the who likes what. North America has the largest creator economy share, 40% naturally, because just sorry, a lot of tech comes out of America. That's just how it is.
Right.
So they're saying that it's worth 156.37 billion, 156.37 billion. It's going to grow at a CAR, I think that's consumer something growth rate of 22.5%. And it will go to 525 billion by 2030, around the corner. And here we go to projections. Here's the numbers. I like to see the numbers. I like to see charts like this. Look at that. I like to see that curve. And let me put the link in here for let me copy this real quick while I'm. So any comments so far about, get this here, these numbers? All right, let me put that in there. Okay, I put the link in there in the chat, so that'll be there if anybody wants to look at it. Let me get back to this. So content creators have multiple revenue streams. Approximately 7 in 10, that's 68.8% of creators, rely on brand deals as their main source of revenue. Now, I want to get into that. And I love how they put this, it's big. It's nice and big. You can't miss that. Now, the next chart talks about revenue sources for creators. So the top is brand deals. Next is ad share. Next is started on brand. That's the thing I was talking about. Started on brand. That's the one I focus on. Now, brand deals, I have, I talked to I talked to Mario Armstrong a lot about this, because this is his thing, brand sponsorship, getting people brands and stuff. So whenever I see articles and stuff, we share and we talk about it behind the scenes. So brand deals right now, and that is, and the ad share also is, that was what we were just talking about with the Shannon Sharp $3 million check. That was his ad share.
Yeah.
What did YouTube make?
I'm gonna look it up and see.
I want to know
what percentage.
I don't think we're gonna know, because YouTube isn't gonna tell us. Well, there might be something that says YouTube gets this percentage and the creator of the channel gets this percentage. That number's probably out there. I just never thought to look for it. So if you want to, that's fine. But I want to concentrate on number 3, starting on brand. That's what I was saying about my grandparents and the farmland, and when they got it, it was like it wasn't producing anything. They had to work it to make it produce.
Okay, right? You ready?
Yeah, give it to me.
For every dollar earned from ads, YouTube takes 45 cents. The creator gets 55 cents.
Oh, okay. All righty.
and they pay 55% of revenue from ads for shorts, while creators
Okay.
receive the other five. Okay, so
Yeah, they got something different for shorts because they
right,
they because YouTube breaks out your channel in shorts. Like they see those as two
yes.
separate things. Like you having a channel is not what's on there. It's like they see your channel and then they see YouTube shorts like a separate entity. So that makes sense.
Mm,
Then what do we say? How many millions of videos are made every day? What was that
uh,
number? Something million.
300 and something million.
Okay,
Let me look.
so see, this is another reason why YouTube is so generous versus
3
TikTok.
point, yeah, 3.7 million new
Okay, so
videos are uploaded every day.
this is another reason Google is very generous. They are very generous. That's why everybody says you should go to Google, YouTube, and use YouTube Shorts. Cause do you want a
If
penny
it's
per view on
yeah,
TikTok?
or 55%, shoot.
I take that. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. YouTube is very generous. They could change the numbers at any time they want. They
But
haven't.
but it goes back to the farming analogy that you
Hmm.
get. You're gonna have to do
Yes,
some work to make somebody wanna watch your video.
right. But once you get the process, and Sean from Think Media talks about this a lot. Once you get the process down, you're just making videos. You don't build a house every month. You
Nope.
don't do you build you buy a house. You can buy a house from 1909. It's a
And fix
house.
it up.
What you
Yep.
do is rehab it.
Yep.
So you don't build the house every day, people. That's why there is this resistance to YouTube. There is this resistance to leave Instagram. They want to stay in this spot and complain
'Cause
when there's other
Instagram,
houses.
I tell you one thing, Instagram ain't paying you 55 cents on the dollar.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Not at all. Like pay, you should pay us. Is Meta's thought is you should pay us for the privilege of being on our platform. YouTube is like, come on, come on, because YouTube started out YouTube. It wasn't owned by Google then. It started out because I was talking to my daughter about it. I think there's 3 or 4 young men that started YouTube because I remember when it came out and I was like, what is this thing? Because I was always, at work getting on stuff like, what is this? What is that? And just getting on and just using it. And so now we have this thing called YouTube, which it is a platform where you put your content. Hey, Dr. Taji.
Hey, Doc. Yeah, so
So let's get back to this because I this chart I love. Content creator top revenue sources. Brand deals, and they said brand deals was a 68.8%, which is when you're looking at it here, like 70. Next is ad share. We just talked about that. YouTube gives you the most, very generous. Started on brand. That means you do the work. You bought the land, you farm it, and
yep,
that's what I was talking about when I made the prediction. Uh, it's been, I guess, 2 years, almost 2 years. The next one is affiliate links. Now, this one is where you partner with their companies. I think one is called Share a Sale or something. They might change the name, where they have a marketplace of people selling well, not selling, people have available that you promote their products and they give you a percentage, and some are high and some are low. That affiliate link or affiliate marketing is where most people will set up a website and talk about the product on social media, and all the links go back to our affiliate links and go to the place when you sign up. Then they get the money, they get paid a certain amount. It's different things depending on the system that you use, but
mhm,
affiliate links. Then courses again, this is two-sided. You could make your own course, or there's the master resale rights, which that is taken, that's taken over now. I see a lot of conversation about that, which is, it's private label or white label, and you take it over and you put your branding on it and sell it. You don't have to make it. So there's two things like that. Um, the N/A no income, they're not getting anything.
Could
Tips,
you slow? Yeah,
tips.
can you scroll up,
Yeah. Okay. Sorry,
please?
I was looking at the chart, but yeah, we could scroll here.
There we go.
Yeah. So these are the actual proportions, and tips. I want to get into that. You know what the tips are? Buy me a. You ever heard of Buy Me a Coffee website? There's a website
Yep.
called Buy Me a Coffee, and you take they give you create an account, and you set it up, and then you put it on your stuff. Like if you had a if you didn't have Substack set up to have people subscribe, or you just had a regular website, or whatever the platform is, you take it and you put this little piece of code, and it shows up. It says, if you like this content, buy me a coffee, and then you click it and you pay the creator whatever it is you want to pay. That's the tips part. Another, I don't know if Patreon fits in the tips.
I think
It
wouldn't
might be
YouTube
other.
have some? YouTube has what?
Yes,
Not
YouTube
super
has
fan, where
YouTube,
you can leave something for the creator.
right? But I'm believing this tips is like separate out of YouTube. Like there's like it's you just go to buy me a coffee and you set it up and you use it
Okay.
wherever you want. It's like the affiliate marketing, affiliate link. Instead of you selling an affiliate product, you're linking to your Stripe or your PayPal, and people decide to give tips. It's like busking. But remember that website, not website, I think it was an app called Busker. Anybody
Yeah.
remember that?
So
That they people would go live and then it would be tips. So in New York City, there's a lot of that. Like people will be in the subways or on the corner. I remember there was a guy playing the piano. And he did his on Busker, but he would be in real life on a corner somewhere playing music, and they have the little hat, and people. That's the tips.
so that means you had to be good for
Yes,
somebody
you
to
had
leave a tip.
that people had to like what you were singing and dancing and what. So the Showtime kids do this on the subway. It's Showtime, and then they do their little stuff, and they flip, and then they have somebody that comes around with the little hat, passing the hat is what
Yeah,
I want to
I
call it.
I experienced that when we were in when we came to see you that time. We were
Yeah,
like,
so
okay,
they say it's Showtime, and we also have people that play mariachi or they whatever talent. They get on the subway because there's a window of capture, a time of capturing people's attention. If they're not looking at their phone or doing something else, you're kind of trapped in that little car
because
for
you ain't going
5
nowhere.
seconds or 10 seconds or whatever the length of time between the subway stops. So if you don't live here, it's kind of like woo, and they get quarters and dimes and things. But if you live here, you're like, yeah, okay. You just don't pay attention to it. It just so, but that's the tips thing. So you can do that online with Buy Me a Coffee. I believe there's some other websites that do that, but basically it is you busking on the corner of your website, your newsletter, social media, wherever your link, you put it wherever it's a link, you put it wherever you want. So that's the tips part of it. Because you're and the part of this is that the busking of singing, dancing, playing the piano, playing an instrument, dancing, whatever, is you're performing something of value, like a newsletter, and you're saying, hey, if you like what I'm saying every week or however you send it out, buy me a coffee. You're not actually
Right,
buying a coffee. It's just the terminology that people use is like buy me a coffee, but you could tip them $5. And it's the same thing as the YouTube going live and people give money, the super chat, what they call it. But that's
yeah,
I don't put that in tips. I put that into with YouTube. Like
right. Because I think the super chat goes directly to. I don't think they split that super chat money.
right. So we have to look at that. But I'm trying to think. You can say the tips, Venmo me. It doesn't have to be buy me a coffee. It could be Venmo me. It could be Zelle me. It could be Cash App me. It could be that's the
If
tips.
yeah, if you like what I'm saying, leave me a tip.
Yeah.
You know, uh, the people who have signs will work for food
Yes,
or
yes.
whatever.
Hmm.
Some of them are getting a quite like cash app, put their
Cash
cash
at
app
me.
on a
It's
sign
easy. Yeah, it's
because,
easy.
yeah, because not a lot of people carry cash.
I don't.
And
I,
I was
I'm
like, yeah,
I don't because
we have something here where the firefighters have a boot, and at one of the intersections, they tell you that they're coming up, like the firefighters and
yeah,
what
the
first responders,
association, yeah.
and
Hmm.
they have the boot, and they want you to put cash in the boot. I was like, y'all better put something on there that says Cash App with a QR code
Here's
because
the the Salvation Army with they have the Santa Claus and the little red thing. Now they gotta have a sign that says "Cash at me" or whatever me,
because
because
people need scan to donate or something because
yes, because
some
you're
people
what
ain't got
that
cash.
is. Mhm. You're reducing the friction of me getting my wallet out because I have to think about getting my wallet out. It's not safe to get my wallet out, but
Not,
what do I have in my hand? What do I have in my hand all the
and
time?
and I
I have
can
this.
I can snap that while I'm because a lot of times you're at a corner where the light is changing
Yeah, a time
and you
limit.
don't have time to dig and get it, and not when traffic is moving. So if I scan
But
it,
see, right. But see, the other side of that, the downside of that, and I had this discussion with somebody because I was like, "Oh, there's a fruit stand on every corner. I want to buy some fresh fruit." But I'm like, I don't have any cash in my wallet. I'm like, why aren't they taking the? But it costs. There's a merchant fee on the other side of it. There's a merchant fee because you have to pay. Not Cash App, but if you're doing PayPal, there's a fee, and if you're doing Stripe, there's the merchant fees. A lot of places don't want to do that, and that was one of my complaints about going to Chinatown. I love going to Chinatown. It's just that we have to have cash before we go to Chinatown because they don't do.
no
If you go to
cards.
Chinatown and pull out a card, you're going to get embarrassed. Cash. They do cash for whatever reason, but one of the reasons is the merchant fees. They don't want to pay the merchant fees, so
And they don't,
that's the
right.
thing.
But now the people here, they smart. They just incorporate. We're adding another dollar onto your
Yes,
thing
you
if
can
you're going
do
to use
that.
a card.
Right. You can do, and you have to tell them because you're using your card. We going, but see that reduces the friction. I would happily pay the dollar because then I got
Mhm.
to go over here and then the ATM at my bank down in Chinatown is open, and it's like you're standing on the sidewalk getting money. I'm like, I don't want to do that here. I don't because my back is turned. I don't want to turn my back. So that's what I'm saying. That you're reducing. You're getting rid of the friction when you say, hey, scan QR code and this and that and other things. So that's just some of the stuff, some of the things that are a part of this page. So I really like this. Number 3 was started on brand, and that's the hardest part of it. But what's the best part of it based on, like I said, about the farming thing with my grandparents? We own the land. We still own it. It's owned. It's owned. It's not Meta is not letting me do something.
Mhm.
TikTok is keeping me from earning. It is breaking up my business. I don't that's what I'm saying. It's the hardest part. I understand, but I don't because I'm like, you own it. It's like buying real estate. I own this piece of land. I can do whatever I want with it, but I gotta work it. Right. So I either gotta do the back breaking work myself or hire farm workers to help. But once I break the land, it's broken. Then the part of nurturing and planting and fertilizing and watching out for the bugs and the this and the things that could hurt my crop. You do that, but there are some people that don't want to do that, so that's why they do the brand sponsorships. And I'll talk about that at a little bit later because there's some things coming up with that if you're depending on brand sponsorships, that trip might and quicker than you think. I'll say it
Mhm.
like that. It's good now. And like I said, this is I didn't look at every chart here. There's some companies supporting the creator economy, merchandise, subscriptions, blockchain. I didn't really look at this to detail. If you want to look at this, types of companies supporting the creator economy ranked by average annual revenue. That is there also. Um, oh yes, I want to look at this. Key players in the creator economy market, social media video sharing, and it's by countries. There's something called BitClout, never heard of in Japan. Cameo in the U.S., Discord, Instagram, Munio in Spain, Pally in Australia, TikTok, China, uh, Twitch, U.S., YouTube. Look at YouTube. YouTube,
Mhm.
telling you.
So, is Cameo, is that the one where the people come on and you
I
can
think so.
where
The
you can
one where
book?
the celebrities, yes, the celebrities make the video.
Mhm.
I think that's it. E-commerce marketplace, Etsy, Gumroad, Impact in the UK, OpenSea, Shopify. Oh, Shopify is Canadian. I didn't know that. Stan. If you don't know what Stan is, you go to I think it's Stan.io or Stan.store. That is what people are using now instead of the link in bio because it has more e-commerce tools than the link in bio. Teespring, we all know what that is. That's where you make you connect and you upload your designs and it's POD, print on demand.
Mhm.
So here, subscription, buy me a coffee, OnlyFans, Patreon. So they did put Patreon in the subscription. They didn't call it tips, they call it subscription. Excuse me. Content creation, distribution, Acast out of Sweden, Canva. Yes, I knew Canva. Can I tell you about Canva for a minute? Just I was working on something yesterday or earlier this week. The days are just getting in the. There was something I wanted to do, and I have an Adobe Creative Cloud account, and there Adobe has a product called Animate. I wanted to do some animation, so I was like, "Oh, let me see. Adobe got a product. Let me get in it." Blah blah blah. I was lost. I was like, "Well, not lost. It was just that it was just too many steps." And I was like, I don't have time. I'm not in the mindset right now, the day to learn this. I could learn it because it goes back to they do tweening and you gotta. I was like, I don't want to do that. I just want to take a picture and have a part of it move. So now I was like, wait a minute. I think Canva does video stuff. So I went to Canva and found out, and I found this because I saw somebody on YouTube show me how to do it in like a minute video, like a 2-minute video. They show me how to do it. Canva did what I needed it to do, and it took 1, 2, 3 steps. I was floored. I was like, "Oh my goodness, Canva is not charging enough, guys." What is the price? Is it 129 a year or something?
Yeah,
Canva.
it's 119 or something, but it's $12 a month.
Well, hold on to your hats because they need to charge more. I'm just putting that out. I don't want to.
Don't
They need to
jinx
up
it.
the price.
We are just keeping it like it is, Terry. Don't tell them to because we get
I'm like, if you don't have a Canva Pro,
a
the
account.
free is cool, but the Pro, oh my
You
goodness.
get two. There's so many things with the pro account. I don't even go to. Yeah, see, Dr. Tati said the same thing.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Okay,
Don't tell them
shh.
nothing.
I said yesterday, I said, can't you guys are getting Canva at a steal. The prices are steal. Yes, yes. And here's the thing in the beginning that the I'm gonna say it. The Photoshop snobby people. Oh, it's not Photoshop. It doesn't do quality like Photoshop. We're on the social media.
And
It's
we don't
online. I already explained everything needs to be 72 dpi. You don't need to go Photoshop deep unless it's something that you're doing for print. If you're doing print, you do Photoshop. But social media, I need a quick I need a quick graphic. I needed this. I needed that. Like I said, I needed a quick video. I was like, how do these people on YouTube do those animate? I was like, wait a minute, they're not spending money. It's in Canva. So that was, let me stop and talk about Canva. So I was thinking, I was like, Canva, y'all but get it while it's $12 a month, or get the year. Usually when you pay by the year, they give you 2 months free. So,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, I'm let me not say anything because Canva might put that price up. All right, so back to content creation distribution. So Canva, ChatGPT, DALL-E, Gemini, Phonely, Bard, Ghost. Now Ghost, I don't know anything about. I was going to Google it. I forgot.
I
So
know what Ghost is.
what is
Dr.
it?
Tati says it's not a fine and edit as Photoshop, but it is social. It's fine for social, talking
Yes,
about
yes,
Canva.
yes. Because social, you don't need the detail. I love
Right.
Photoshop. That's when I want to get in but if I'm doing something I need quick, fast, in a hurry, I'm going to do Canva because it's
Canva.
on my phone. It's on my I could and I'm done.
So
So that's
Ghost
right.
Ghost
The
is a
ghost is
place where you can create a blog post,
mm-hmm.
and you can just create a blog post, send it out. You can get paid for the blog post. It's kind of like Substack, but in my opinion, it was a little bit too much for me. It
Mm-hmm.
was more work.
Okay. We don't want that.
Yeah, but Ghost will do what Substack does. You can post
Okay.
up, but Substack just took over. They just started doing some other stuff that Ghost just put on some new
Oh,
features.
okay. So yeah, I just Googled it real quick. So it's independent. They're saying independent technology for modern publishing is a powerful app for professional publishers to create, share, and grow a business around there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a look at that. But I trust you. If you said it was too.
They're doing too much. It's the
Okay.
alternative to Substack. It
Okay,
was
got it.
because I started with Ghost at first, and then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay.
See, that's the thing. I love that you said that, friend, because this is why I love Substack. When I first saw it and I signed up way back before they had all the stuff that they have, because it's the UI was simple. It was easy to start, easy to onboard people. You got to make it easy. It's got to look good. It's got to do the things you want to do. Plus, Substack has added little pieces of this, that, and the other notes and this and that. Now Substack has mobile editing. I didn't know they didn't have that before, but now they have mobile editing, so you could do your stuff on the phone, which is, we talked about that. That's what people
Right.
need to have it be easy, because
So I'm
we're
gonna
not
tell
going
you.
to use it.
So Ghost also was like $12 a month or something.
Mm-hmm.
Substack is free,
Yep. They make
but
money when you do a
when
paid.
you make money,
Mhm.
then they make money. But
Yes.
Ghost was charging you up front
Mm-hmm.
to do
Right.
stuff, and I was like,
So
wait a minute, I'm not.
that's why I never heard of it. Sorry. I was like,
And I
Ghost.
wasn't making enough. I didn't have enough uh, subscribers or things
Mm-hmm.
to. It
Right.
wasn't an
There was
easy flow. I'm just
They
like,
didn't. They're not. They don't have the tools to help you grow. Because see, Substack has all the things that okay, you need to do this. You need to do. They even give you graphics when you publish your post or your newsletter or whatever. They give you graphics to share on social media. All you gotta do is download. I was like, oh, that's very nice. Thank you, Substack. So I don't have to go to Canva and make it. But you have to make it easy for the user.
that
Okay.
part. And
Yes,
Ghost
it
was
has.
not easy for me.
I'm not going to use it. All
I,
right. So
I
Ghost.
I
Right.
would
And then
tell you to go check it out, because
I will,
it,
because
it's pretty and it does some, but I was like, well, this is too much. Let me go to Substack. Substack, I was
so
able to go
right,
and
boom,
do
boom.
this.
So I mean, real quick, I'll just tell you about like doing websites. People always say, "Oh, I use Squarespace," and I'm like, well, "Let me check the Square." I was like, "This thing is convoluted. I can go on the WordPress and boom, 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 I'm done." So I'm like, to me, yeah, you could do Squarespace, but I'm like, that's just I don't know why they rave about it. It's just not.
It's not. I tried Squarespace, and it doesn't let you customize like you
Yes,
want to.
that's
And
it.
I was like, "What?"
It's a it's a page builder, block builder, you drag drop that, but it didn't make sense to me. And I was like, I know how to go and make sense. And I was like, you go to WordPress, you did that, you click it, you type it, you publish it, your post is there. And all of the stuff that Squarespace wanted me to do, I was like, I don't want to do it like that. I want control over it. So that was
Right.
one, that's like the Ghost Substack kind of thing in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's uh oh,
Dr.
Ghost Substack.
Tachi's
Oh, go ahead.
Dr. Tachi says Squarespace is limiting. That's it.
Yes,
It's almost like you had handcuffs. I was like, I
yes.
don't
And
want to
see,
use
so
that.
and some of the argument I've seen for years is that WordPress is so hard to understand. I'm like, no, it's not. You just install it and you got complete control. You have the blueprint to build the house the way you want. Squarespace is you get a prefab home and you're trying to figure out, well, I don't
You
like the
trying to
length
move.
of the kid. Yeah,
Yeah, you trying to move a wall, and they're like, "Oh, nope, you can't move that
can't
wall
do
over
that.
there."
I
I'm
hate
sorry.
being limited like that. But they okay. We digressing. Let me get back to this. Okay, so Ghost Substack, Text FS, another one that I will look at. I haven't heard of. Have you heard of Text
I
FS?
have
Okay, what's that, real quick?
it's like a texting platform for you to send your content out.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Is it like Textable, the one that you
yeah,
have?
kind of like Textful, but not.
Okay,
And there's a reason. If I'm not using it, there's a reason.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, we know there's something going
Oh,
on.
it says text effects, AI powered tools for rappers.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, maybe that's
I
why.
don't know. I'll have to look at that one. I thinkific or thinkific, or how do they say that? That is
Yeah,
like Kajabi. That's like
yeah,
Kajabi.
that is.
All in the
Yeah,
website, the
mhm.
email, the selling. It's like Spotify. It's Spotify. It's like Shopify, WordPress, Mailchimp, all in one. People like those. I'm not really a fan of it, but people like those because it's all in one. Right Sonic. I think I've heard of this. I'm trying to remember what it was. Right Sonic. Anybody
I
know what
haven't
that one
heard of
is?
them.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at that. And then Spotify. Content, because remember, this is content creation distribution. Remember, Spotify, you can do your podcast, and Spotify is another one that's adding on different things for you to monetize your
Yes, yes,
podcast.
and they
And
distribute it for you too.
now some of these, the upscaling, I didn't really deep dive. I know about Later and Linktree. We brought up Linktree is, you have your link in the bio. Later, they have a tool. It has something to do with Instagram, but I read
Right,
their blog.
where you can schedule your posts.
Yes, scheduling posts. Call me. I'm not sure these others, but that's here on this list of key players in the creator economy market, because you're going to need a toolkit, and you can put whatever tool you want in it. So you see by us discussing these various tools that is really how ease of use, how comfortable is the end user using it? Does it do what I needed to do? Is it free or paid? See, all of those things go into your toolkit. And this is not even the exhausted list of tools. This is just
Mhm.
some of the ones that are, I would say, top of mind. Top of mind. So you would have to use one, two, all, or you decide. This you're making your pizza. You decide what goes on it with those tools. Okay, so yeah, let's look at this. I think this is getting to the end. Creator economy market geographic breakdown. North America currently holds around 40% of the creator economy market share. They're saying that's worth around 24 billion, almost double Europe's 12.61 billion. By 2030, I told you this is around the corner. This figure is expected to grow by approximately 6x to 142.9 billion. That's more than all the others combined. And here we got this love the graphics. Look at this line, that big blue, dark blue line. That's North America. That's North America. Look at that.
Mm.
And I thought about why North America has the biggest market geographic. Why is this bigger? It's because we have access to the internet more than some of the other countries. Remember, some of the other countries don't have the level of access that we have. or the ease of use, or the affordability, or however you want to do it. That's why. And also the tech companies are most of the tech companies are here. Most of the technology innovations happen here. That's a part of it. So I was thinking about, why was that such a big gap between, look, the US and all the other countries, and it just grows, 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 grows. The gap widens. And that's why, which is not a good thing. So and here it is, broken out by numbers. So that's it. And I put this in the chat, so take a look at it. It is creator economy market size 2024 to 2030. So it's going to go from 155 billion to 525 billion by 2030. The creator economy. And if you missed the beginning, remember I showed you the White House has a creator economy conference next month. U.S. government is getting serious about this creator economy. Let me take this down. And I wanted to. Did I close the wrong thing? There we go. Wanted to bring that to the forefront, because there's more here. It says by 2030, it's going to be bigger. I had another article. It talks about was it Forbes? They talk about the can. Is it can? It's can or con the uh the conference they have every year in France.
Cans,
Can.
CANNES.
Yes, can Leon, LIONS 2024. I believe Forbes did an article about it, and they were talking about MTV. How they started out the article talking about when MTV came out and how it changed and shaped the future. And they're saying that now that shift, the clear shift, is happening. So you see the numbers, you heard the stuff we talked about. So these things are happening, and they're saying in the article, it says that for the first time, the average person spent 30% more time consuming social media than watching TV. And we've talked about this a little bit here and there and there and there. How the shift from consuming media, looking at TV shows on the TV, has the eyeballs are turning to mobile, to the phone. What's on the phone? Why? Because it's a device we have all the time. Also,
Right.
Gen Z, I talk about a lot. They lead the way. That's why they brought up the MTV reference, because back then that was the cable, and then cable really jumped off because of MTV. Like and the whole thing was like, I want my MTV. They told every kid, I want my MTV. So guess what? The kid went to the parent. I did. I want MTV. No, we're not getting that. Because you had to pay extra. I'm not paying that. I want my MTV. So it was the MTV was at the cultural wave of the 80s, and when music changed, and Michael Jackson and all of that stuff we could talk about. All of that is cultural. So we're at that point now where things are, the cultural changes, and it's driven by social media, and those things happen. But it's more fractured than one point of the MTV. It's more fractured. There's many MTVs. There's many Tubies. There's many list your platform. There's so many places that is fractured. That's the hard part of it. Like I said about doing the work. So that's what I mean by the clear shift. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit here and there and there, but I want to do an update on the creator economy, because I saw that the posting on the whitehouse.gov website. And I was like, how did this slip by me? How did this get
And see,
by?
okay, so they need to work on their marketing, because the rest of us did not hear that. You know what I mean? It did not get out
Right.
to
It
the
may have
broad
been.
public.
I gotta do some deep. Maybe it was on social media somewhere, but I'm like, I'm following the White House Gov on YouTube. Maybe I need to follow them some other places. But again, this is to where there's so much content that you cannot get everything all the time, and things will slip by. But
Right.
it's not going to slip by me anymore. So these are things that we need to think about.
All right.
And I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I got everything.
And you all need to be thinking about connecting up with TJ. Every Tuesday, you can come right back here and get more good content like she's delivering today. Or you can just go to terryjohnsononline.com/info and get on her list there so that you can keep up to date with all of the things that she discovers. And come right back here.
Right.
You have a safe
Um,
space to get it.
yeah,
Somebody's
I
going
think I
out there
covered.
searching.
Yeah, I had some more like detailed stuff. I think I got it covered. So the creator economy, that's what it's called. This situation we're in now, where you can get online and use these tools and make what you want happen, and you do it the way that fits you and your audience. Fits you and your audience, and you just make sure that the process is set up once. Remember, I use the terminology farming, breaking the land. You don't break the land every time. um there's some nuances in there, but you do it once, you put the system in, and then it's just a matter of, okay, this year we're gonna plant this year we're gonna plant that kind of thing. So we're in that spot where AI has accelerated the process. So that's why they said by 2030 it's going to be much more. So you got to get a piece of that pie. I know I want some of it. I don't know about everybody else. You want some of that money.
Mhm.
Want some of that money. So we'll
Yes,
talk
you
about
do.
this every time there's an update with the creator economy or something like this happens. We're going to talk about it here,
Yep. So
or
you
I'll put
got,
it on my social media.
yes. If you have questions, you can reach out to TJ. She's on Terry Johnson Online everywhere. Um, you can you can connect with TJ at her website, or you can leave a comment here and she'll be able to see that as well. And we can answer the questions that you have.
Yeah, or
And
go to
whatever
your
else you
favorite
want,
social media, your favorite social media platform, Terry Johnson Online,
right.
wherever.
And, and if you want to learn about something else that you've heard, you
Yeah,
can do that
let me
too.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try
As
to
I,
cover new whatever's changing, but if you got a question or a topic, let me know. We'll talk about it.
And as always, TJ will be back with us next Tuesday and this Friday with
Yes.
Tech Divas when we are talking and wrapping up the week in tech and social media and media. So join us on Friday.
Yep.
Same time, 8 a.m. We'll be right here. Um, we're just looking forward to helping you take the hassle out of your hustle
Mm-hmm.
so that you can build
Yeah.
a profitable business that's fun to run. You can
Yeah.
become a part of the Bizchicks community by going to bizchicks.net or texting biz to 33777. We look forward to helping you and helping you grow, helping you
Mm-hmm.
increase
Yeah.
and get the word out about you. So looking forward to talking to you next time. See you tomorrow. Coach Karen will be in, and we will have another exciting topic about bringing in profits daily. Until
Yeah.
then, we will see you soon. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.